Welcome back to Overtime. Just got done talking to SNR. It's always good to hear from the pros here on this show. It's one of my favorite parts. Just getting to hear what they've got to say.
It's not hanging out with me every single week?
That's my actual favorite part, but like it's one of my favorite parts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good answer.
Also cool to see you two guys.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hi.
You two, it's your all's favorite thing to hang out with each other, right?
I mean, I just met Quinn for the first time today.
Yeah.
And, in my opinion, can I be your friend?
You want to like pull your chair over here, just bring it over onto this side.
Yeah, every week he smacks his chest.
Overtime civil war here.
I'm smacked my microphone. I'm sorry for everybody.
Guys, we want to point out how many, talk about the rookies here. We haven't really ever done a segment about the rookies of the season, but every season we have new players and there's always new names and faces here. North America's got quite a few more than Europe, but it's never, it feels like about as many as we've had most seasons here. Starting with North America, the Cloud9 roster's the most notable ones with Squishy Muffin and Gimmick, and then filling out the rest of North America, we've got Aleutian, Seabass, Ty Not Tyler. Then moving over to Europe, it's the Tylacto, Flamey, and Bluey, who are the rookies.
Flame, not Flamey.
Flamey? I like Flamey better.
Flamey does sound cuter.
Chat is flaming you.
Well, just Flamey and Bluey. It just kind of just goes together, you know. Flamey, Bluey. They're not even on the same team. But you know, you're right.
just
Sorry. I agree with Gibbs. He shouldn't capitalize the E if he doesn't want me to call him.
No, I think he's going for more the way it looks, right? The big F and the big E and the kind of sandwich, the flame. But yeah, Flamey, it does, or like a flame.
It's like a more hipster version of putting like the XX on the end. You know?
Yeah.
It's just capitalize them on the end, so like it creates the nice shape there. But
it's the next generation of like I want my name to look cool.
Yeah.
But I also just want to name it Flame.
Yeah. No, we don't have an official like Rookie of the Year award here at the RLCS. But I've been like trying to think of like, can we possibly like as casters make one and something like that? So more on that maybe sometime in the future if we ever get that figured out. But we were talking before the show about like you know rookies. Which rookie, if there was one to nominate right now, here in week number 1, way too early, which rookie would we be going with? I feel like Bluey's kind of the general consensus right now, but you could easily make an argument for Squishy Muffins or Gimmick as well. There's so much talent in the new players here. Bluey made, just the shot from the qualifier. I think it was that shot. You and I were casting carpet, I believe, and it was like, oh, that was the moment I was like, yes, Bluey's here to play. I'm so excited to see him.
And it's being able to execute that under pressure, I think, is what makes it so important. Almost every pro player can do this in ladder play, or you can make a montage for every pro player making these. But to do it several times per game when all the pressure's on, it's just insane.
Oh, to hit that, to bump him out of the way. And it's against Gale Force he's pulling these things off right now. You know, to make those sorts of plays up in the qualifiers, okay, you're up against a team who's not going to be competing in RLCS or has to, like, is trying to get into RLCS, but they're against Gale Force, the best team in their region, arguably, putting up shots like that. Bluey is a monster right now.
Yes.
He is.
We were expecting more from the European, representation over here. Come on, man.
I don't know what else to say.
To be fair, you guys,
Bluey is nuts.
Yeah, you guys have said a lot about Bluey. I mean, everything about Bluey, we've said it all so many times again. It's this guy's rookie season, and he's just been playing on another level than really most of the veteran RLCS pros.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's kind of scary to see. Can he keep this up? We've shown that most players aren't able to. I don't know. I mean, he's young. Maybe he's got the power, the energy.
Well, yeah, the energy. He's at the fresh blood here. Did you figure out who he was on the team with We Them Babies?
It was Mistake.
Oh yeah, Mistake.
I'm still upset at myself.
I honestly wish that you hadn't looked it up and you forgot, and that you were just not going to know. That would have been so much better.
Would have been better. Like I told you later in the show, but not okay. That may be the worst.
Later in the show, we have to figure it out.
Mistake.
Yeah, Mistake makes a mistake.
Yeah, it's just like
Mistake scores.
It's like a lot, to be completely honest. You know.
Yeah, a lot's pretty bad.
Yeah, but okay. So Bluey, we talked about Bluey. The other player we want to talk about a lot.
He's a great player. The name is rough.
So run for MVP or not MVP, Rookie of the Year here for Season 4. Squishy Muffins from Cloud9. This roster missed out from Season 3, but made it through here in Season 4. And Squishy, maybe the bleeding edge creator of the current Rocket League meta with the ceiling shots. This guy is a monster.
So he's the one I get to blame for every single one of my teammates in rank trying to do it and just not being able to.
All those crazy ceiling shots.
What, the ones that they miss?
They're like, oh, I saw Squishy do it.
To be fair, I mean,
Squishy can do it, not the champ players I'm playing with. They're not doing it.
He's really, really good. That's the long and short of talking about Squishy right now. And the synergy he's got with his team around him. Like when we talk about rookies, you know, we can talk about Farah as well from season 3. The stuff we saw him doing in week number 1. We had never heard of this guy. We thought he was a girl because Cloud, Fuel, or Gibbs thought that was the truth here. But the plays we saw him putting up in week number 1 were amazing, and it continued through to this season. He's now a veteran player, but the impact a rookie can have, especially someone with the caliber like Squishy Muffins, Fair is a great example of just how valuable these players can be.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I think one of the coolest things about bringing these rookie players into the season, especially like Farah, that dribble.
This never gets old.
Oh, it never gets Just old. When you haven't seen a player and their playstyle might be new to you, you just kind of underestimate them. It happens so many times. That's why we see these rookies just kind of come out of nowhere and surprise everybody. It's happened with Bluey, happened with Squish. I mean, these guys are really creating the meta, and when you have a player that hasn't even been seen, you don't know his play style, you don't know what to expect from him, and he goes and pulls off like crazy ceiling shots like Squishy or like those off the backboard aerial like Bluey. I mean, what do you expect from them?
Well, and the one thing I feel like with the rookies isn't necessarily as much the mechanical skill that surprises everybody, it's their mental resolve, because these guys have all played with these rookies, you know, all through ranked and through other tournaments. They're rookies as far as Season 4 is concerned for RLCS, but they're not rookies as far as Rocket League. But it's the fact that they're able to, against Gale Force, pull out a 5-game victory, you know? That sort of stuff is what impresses me the most about the rookies.
Yeah, it really is a case of there is a certain mindset that goes into esports, into sports that you just have to have. And these are the guys that do have that. Players like Farah, players like Bluey, Gimmicks, Squishy Muffins, those are all really big ones. I want to point out here the ones that are going to be lesser.
Sure.
Like, not quite up the table this season. I'm going to, on the NA side, Aleutian. Really impressed me this week. And on the EU side, Flame. Flame came out big with as many of the shots that he actually got off. Same with Aleutian. He was just, one thing that you see a lot, and we did see it last season with Set to Destroy, is the fact of, okay, we're here, we're kind of being defensive. Aleutian, though, he was right up there, waiting for anything, just going, okay, I trust whoever's back. We're new to this, but at the same time, we know we belong. Yeah,
I think the interesting thing, you bring up Aleutian there, the NA roster of Emotion is entirely rookies, which is a thing that we would be remiss to not say on a segment about the rookies. This team has got their work cut out for them, because while Fair made such a big impact in Season 3, he had veteran players on the roster with him, and to have those anchors really helps out a lot. So Emotion, not only is this their first time here, not only did they kind of upset a team to get here, and a lot of people don't expect them to do all that much, they don't have that veteran player on the roster. So for me, I really am hoping Emotion can figure out how to find that mental resolve, because that is definitely the thing that's going to be the most difficult for them.
And this is a huge proving ground for any rookies. You have all eyes on you. Whenever your series is up, everyone's looking at you. Everyone understands that you're new, and everything that you do can catch them off guard. Your job is to just not be terrible, I think, is what everyone is usually waiting for rookies. There's like, oh, he's new, he's probably going to choke, and his team's not going to be able to do it. So if you can even just perform like to any decent standard for RLCS, which most of these rookies are doing already, you are now giving yourself a chance for the future. Let's say your team breaks up. One of those pro teams that's looking for a spot, whether they want a starter or a substitute, are going to have their eye on you, because now you've got a season under your belt. They know you won't cave under pressure, and they saw that you were capable of taking down other pros. So it's a huge proving ground for all these rookies.
Absolutely, and not just in North America and Europe, but there's rookies over in OCE as well. And Yummy's got a guy he wants us to pick out. He wants to call out specifically for if we're going to have a Rookie of the Year thing. Yummy, what you got?
Yummy Cheese Man here, and looking at Rookie of the Season, there are plenty of new players coming into league play for the first time in Oceanic history. Of course, there's only been one of the OC championships before, but that doesn't matter. CJ has got that so much power. He's been performing so well in other tournaments during the off-season, and I expect not only for him to do incredibly well, but for him to be one of the best strikers of the entire season.
All right, looking forward to see CJ play in the future of Season 4 here. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more thing here on Overtime, the 50-50, everybody's favorite game segment here. Carpet's going to be taking Quinn and Shogun here head-to-head to see who's more right than the other. It'll be a lot of fun, lots of yelling. Don't go anywhere. Overtime will be right back.